Primal Example Reloaded. Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, I want to discuss some news that has shaken the natural health world. And that is that Pepsi has bought the natural food company Siete Foods for a whopping $1.2 billion. And like I said, this has shaken the natural health world, with a lot of people giving their opinions on it and kind of negatively judging or criticizing Siete Foods for this decision. And this is something that we've seen happen before. So in this video today, I kind of want to break this down and look at what's happened in the past with companies like Primal Kitchen, where I actually sat down with the founder of Primal Kitchen, Mark Sisson, on a podcast episode in the past and asked him, why did he sell his company, Primal Kitchen, to the Heinz Kraft Foundation, and how that was kind of going to look moving forward. Because a lot of times when these natural food companies that you grow to love and trust, right? You grow to trust these brands and really believe in what they stand for, when they seemingly sell out to a major corporation that we know is typically producing not the healthiest foods in the world, right? Who are just using this as a financial opportunity, seemingly. It's easy to look at these companies like Primal Kitchen and like Siete Foods and judge them harshly, but I'm going to break down kind of what we've learned from the past with these types of situations and give my opinion on it. But before we get to the episode, really quickly, shout out #Health Apparel, a variety of different clothing options with affirmative phrases on them. #blessed, #grateful, some of my favorites. I started #Health Apparel because I wanted to wear clothes that actually had a positive impact on me, on my mood, on my spirit. So when I wear my #blessed shirt or my #grateful shirt and people see that, it's also planting that seed into their minds to feel blessed, feel grateful, right? There's so much to appreciate in this world. So go check out #Health Apparel, link in the description box below. And if you want to work with me and the Primal Example nutrition team for one-on-one nutrition counseling, personalized meal plans, all that good stuff, link in the description box below as well to book a discovery call with myself and the Primal Example nutrition team. All right, now let's go over what the Pepsi company has to say about their acquisition of Siete Foods, and then what Siete Foods has to say and what their plans are moving forward. Really interesting stuff here. So let me pull up the article. All right, so as you'll see here, Austin company Siete Foods to be purchased by Pepsi in a $1.2 billion agreement. Now, I'll skip through kind of just the news portion of it. I already told you guys that, but what the Pepsi chairman has to say here. So Pepsi CEO Raymond LaGuardia says, Pepsi company believes in the spirit and authenticity of the Siete brand, and we're excited to carry on the legacy created by the Garza family. Okay, so hinting to or alluding to that Pepsi is going to kind of just continue on the transition, right? And of course, that's worrisome. We don't actually know if that's the case because, like I said, a lot of times when these smaller companies get bought up by bigger brands, there is concern that the quality is then going to suffer. And what I want to, give my personal opinion. Actually, I'll do that after I read what CEO of Siete Foods, Miguel Garza, had to say. He said, "We hope this next chapter for Siete served as inspiration for other Latino businesses, showing that it's possible to build a thriving brand that honors our heritage and celebrates our culture." So both sides here kind of alluding to the fact that the tradition will be carried on, at least as it relates to serving authentic Latin foods. But what about the health side of it, right? Because that's the main concern when a company like Pepsi takes over, or when a company like Heinz takes over the Primal Kitchen brand. And like I said, I had Mark Sisson on my podcast to discuss this. So let me share a clip of what he had to say when I asked him.
I mean, this sale is basically the realization of a dream that I've had for a long time, which is to make quality, healthful products available to as many people as possible. When I started Primal Kitchen in 2015, it was out of frustration that a lot of companies were, offering a lot of sauces and dressings and things that you put on food that tasted great, but were not full of the best ingredients, shall we say. Right. So we launched the mayo in 2015, and we launched dressings shortly thereafter. We've added now ketchup and other condiments and barbecue sauces, and all of these are contemplated to be the best in category, the best versions of what people would like to be putting on their food. We're very proud of that. But as so often happens with companies like mine that start out with the best intentions of becoming a massive disruptor, you hit a point where resources get tapped. There are not enough people. There's distribution channels aren't available.
So as you'll see, Mark Sisson, back when Heinz bought Primal Kitchen, was hoping to remain health conscious with the brand and stayed on in the research development side of things. And you'll notice now, if you pick up a bottle of Primal Kitchen mayonnaise or a bottle of Primal Kitchen salad dressings, I don't believe that the ingredients have declined. I believe that the ingredients actually have stayed the same. And that's what I urge you guys to consider when looking at Siete Foods and just looking at any of these health brands that end up selling out to major corporations. Like, that's the goal at the end of the day, right? When creating a brand, your goal is to somehow profit off of that. And that shouldn't be looked at as a negative thing. It's actually, a good thing. Why else would we be investing our time, right? And it doesn't mean that the quality is going to slip when these products are sold. So all we can do is look at the examples that we have, like Primal Kitchen, and say, okay, they haven't really slipped up. And we have to give our trust to these brands in some way. Look, we've already trusted these brands throughout the years, right? And trusting Siete Foods. And like I said, I understand the immediate notion to have distrust when a company like Pepsi takes over, but like Mark Sisson explained in that clip, a lot of times, now that you have this funding from this major company, now you're actually able to expand and possibly even make the product cheaper, because Pepsi now has access to all these different brands, all these different resources that they can utilize to now source these ingredients in a way that actually is cheaper, right? When you have connections and can buy in bigger bulk, things are just cheaper. So is it possible that Siete Foods, the quality will suffer? Of course that's possible. And can we automatically just outwardly trust that they're not going to do that? No, absolutely not. We have to remain vigilant. But like I said, there's been other brands that this has happened with, Primal Kitchen as the main example, but also brands like Pure Encapsulations in the supplements and nutraceutical world. They were a company that was extremely trusted amongst functional medicine doctors, health coaches, dietitians, all that, and kind of looked at as the opposite of, just a standout company in the natural supplement space, right? I'll put it like that, not to ruffle any feathers. And Pure Encapsulations ended up selling to Nestle. So this is this happens, guys. This happens. When people build brands, they eventually want to sell them. And who has money to buy them? Major corporations. Now, as it relates to the Pure Encapsulations supplement brand, they have not seemed to lower their standards either. However, I don't really know the intricacies of that brand itself, right? I'm just looking at the ingredients, looking at the pricing, looking at the forms of ingredients that are used. And from what I could see with that brand, they seem to still be high quality. So it is not always the case that a brand will get taken over by a major corporation and have it be a bad thing. I urge you to consider that with Siete Foods and with other companies that you see moving forward, right? Because it is not always a bad thing. There are good things. It's just about, what was the agreement? How is everyone going to act from here on out? And what was the true intention of Pepsi in buying this? And the only way to know is to let it develop and see what happens. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate you all tuning into the video today. Subscribe to the channel here. I'm excited to be back making videos. The Primal Example podcast was a popular podcast years ago, and I was even connected with Siete Foods through the Primal Example podcast. We were discussing potential partnerships and friends on social media with some of the actual founding members of Siete Foods. So congratulations to them. Big deal for them. Congratulations. And like Miguel Garza said in this post here, they hope this next chapter for Siete Foods serves as inspiration. They hope. But we'll see how it develops, guys. I appreciate you all. Check out #HealthApparel. Again, link in the description box below. Work with Primal Example and their nutrition team one-on-one. Book a discovery call with me and my nutrition team, dietitians, health coaches, all that good stuff. Link in the description box below. Personalized meal plans, featured nutrition plans, anything you need nutrition-wise, we got you covered. Of course, follow on all the social media platforms at Primal Example, and then follow myself at Joe Condora as well. Happy to help answer any questions you guys may have, nutrition-related, supplement-related, always here for you guys. All right, guys, take care. Until next time, we'll talk soon. Peace.